Hey, what's up everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another PGA Tour 2K25 Career Mode Series video, and today it is time for the final round of the Week 16 tournament, the Norwood Invitational at Emery Beach Club. And right now, Ryan Gamer is sitting in a three-way tie at the top of the leaderboard. We're sitting at 6 under par, tied with Ludwig Oberg and Lucas Glover there. Tom Kilm in 4th place at 5 under par, and then Grayson Sig in 5th place at 4 under par. Now, this course played tough in round number 1. We had very fast green speeds. It was insane, but we battled for every bit of that 6 under. Most of that was on the back 9. We had an electric back 9, and we need to have an electric entire round today in order to win this tournament. We know it's going to play tough. It's going to be interesting to see if we're still going to have the very fast green speeds and also what wind we have, right? The wind is going to play a big factor today. But if you all get some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more, and there is plenty more content you can tune into here on the Gamer Ability YouTube channel, the home of the multi-sport athlete, Ryan Gamer, who's hard at work getting ready for the new College Football 26 series starting on July 7th. We'll be doing both a career mode for Road to Glory for that game and a Dynasty mode series as well, so stay tuned for that. Let's see what settings we have here. Okay, very fast greens again. We have medium green speeds. Let's dominate today, everybody. I'm feeling good. I mean, the swing has been really good this week. Let's just do exactly what we did in round number 1 minus the bogeys, right? Here we go.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The grand finale of the Norwood Invitational starts right now. Andrew Catalan back with you. Thanks for joining us today. Our leader sits at 7 under par. Let's see what goes down today here on 2K Sports.
And look at this. Ludwig Oberg is not in the final pairing, but Ryan Gamer is. Ludwig comes out with the birdie on hole 1 with a 1-stroke advantage right now. So we're playing with Lucas Glover here in the final round. Here we go. It's Tom Kilm with Oberg. Let's dominate. Come on.
Let's get down to the first hole.
I'm glad we locked in that final pairing, right? Love that. 447, uphill 3 feet. Just don't put this in the water, right? That was the big strategy last night. Ryan Gamer talked to his caddy, Jerry, was avoid mistakes, avoid water, hit the fairway, right? Play smart. Whoa, big hitch in the swing there. It's a good thing I didn't swing when it was like that. Is that going to be again? So what I was trying to do there was hit more of a partial, and I didn't.
This player won their last event. Let's see if that momentum carries on.
Well, it's certainly in their favor, isn't it? Winning breeds winning. It wouldn't surprise me to see them win again this week.
Thank you, Rich. Winning breeds winning. That's right. We won last week, our first major championship. Here we go. A tough shot's probably got to be a 5-iron. I don't think 4-iron is the way, even though the ball is buried right now. I'm going to go 4-iron just to play it a little safer. It's a good thing we did.
Well, still some work to be done.
I hope this gets off the green. We can only hope. That would be an impossible putt. Yeah, it's going. It's very fast greens, which means these are 202 feet green speed. So a full putting stroke goes 202 yards.
With another golf
Kind
ball.
of insane.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down.
Yeah, and the question is, do we flop it? Do we pitch it? Or do we spin it? And not the tie spinner, don't you all worry. Yeah, I think we spin this one. Yeah, I mean, still at 202 green speeds. Like, you saw that hit and roll. Like, this is so fast. Gotta save par here. 7-footer.
Wow.
Wait, that was a dead straight putting stroke.
Here's a
that
bogey putt.
Now it's showing them moving the other way. That was a ghost break. Unless my eyes were playing tricks on me, that putt was moving from left to right. Those grid lines were moving left to right. Now you can see them actually moving the opposite direction. If we were on the other side here, which we can do it, yeah, we can check it out right here. Look. So those grid lines were not moving like that when we hit our putt. At least, unless my vision was playing tricks on me, it very well could have. And I was about 90% sure those grid lines were moving left to right, which would indicate a ghost break because it was actually breaking the other way. And we saw that off the club face. That ball shot to the left. It was a perfect putting stroke as well. So, wow. Okay.
As we take a look at the leaderboard, our featured player is in 5th place.
Well, let's get the bogeys out of the way early, right? What do I always say? Bogeys are going to happen. Get them and move on. It's not about the mistakes you make. It's about how you respond.
Nothing like getting punched right in the jaw early in your round. Big bunker fronting this green. You got a little pot bunker there on the right-hand side.
We got punched in the face on hole 1, Rich.
A little bit, lots of elevation, lots of fall-offs. And whatever you do, please don't be long. Don't go swimming.
Yeah, we won't go swimming. But what I'm going to do is an 8-iron, a little bit of loft, steeper angle of attack, just barely moving the right stick. And left stick.
Okay, clubbing down.
It was the right distance if it had the right accuracy. Because if that ball is more to the right, actually it still might go.
That's a safe shot.
Got a good roll, but if we don't pull that in the contact, that's going to be perfect.
Wouldn't it be nice if this one went down?
And I know.
How tough will this putt be?
And I mean perfect in the hole.
This putt's going to break to the right.
I think it could have been. Yeah, it is. Left to right. Most of the break is at the beginning, a little bit at the middle, and then more at the end. These are fast greens, so it's so hard to read these, right?
How did that not go in?
Yeah, you know, that was a big problem in round number 1, green reading. I got lucky on a couple of the birdies because my putting stroke actually caused us to make it, so.
Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is in a share of 5th place.
But, you know, I've been all over the place. I don't really think there's a tendency of over-reading or under-reading. I think it's been both.
3.
Really
that was a huge overread. I'm playing it aggressive. Don't you worry, Rich. That's perfection. That's what we needed. Got to get a birdie here, right? Let's get it back. I'm going to try not to leaderboard watch too much. You all can watch it. Bottom left of the screen at every hole transition. I need to not watch it very much. I probably will, but I'm at least going to say I'm not going to watch it. Okay. 7-mile-per-hour wind here. We don't really have a good club for this. It's got to be a pitch shot. And it's probably going to be a pitch shot either 56-degree wedge or 50. I'm going to go 50. Add just a touch of loft to it. Yeah, really the only pitch shot that you want to hit there is the lob wedge. But the problem with that is the lob wedge is too short, right? It would not have bounced up that far. Now, what I could have done is a full approach, pull it back down that slope.
How tricky is this one?
This has got loads of movement right to left, this one.
Yeah, a whole lot of right to left movement. No elevation changes, though, so that's nice. It's still going to be quick, because as you all see, if we hit this too far, we're rolling off the green. One time.
This starts on a really good line.
Better.
Oh, not there. What a putt. A short one left for par.
I tell you, golf is tough. This is one of those Tough starts to the round. One over.
He is
It's all
moving
right.
up the leaderboard as
Where are
we
we
move
at?
on to the next hole.
Okay. Ober got a bogey. He's back to 6. I mean, we may see 10 under win this tournament.
And we're on the tee of the par 4 fourth hole.
Difficult tee shot right here. You've got water way left, but you got a bunker that runs all the way down the left-hand side of this hole. Small little bunker there in the middle of the fairway, but not really reachable.
What small little
from
bunker?
The second shot.
This one, Rich?
It's a pretty flat, generous, open area that you can run your golf ball up and onto, but anything out to the right-hand side will run off into a low area.
You know, that was the story in round number 1. Missing fairways, right? We did a good job hitting greens despite missing fairways. And we do it again here into the rough, but we got to hit greens. A very, very challenging shot. This is not where you want to be, obviously. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to aim right at it, fade it slightly, and just get it on the green. That's all I want. Got a nice kick out of that rough. Yeah, that's very nice. That's really all I wanted. We have an uphill putt. It's not going to be easy, but we are dancing.
This one will have to travel pretty far to get to the bottom of the cup.
Oh, we're
Henny, what do you
dancing.
see in this putt?
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Gently meander? I don't know about that, Henny. If that's a gently meander, I don't know what I would want to see if you say it's a severe meander. Is that even a thing? Here we go. 39 feet. One time.
Way
Good
too
lag
much
putt.
on that one.
I overread it again. I mean, if you all saw the putting stroke, hopefully you didn't.
Here's a putt
If
to
you
move
did
into
see
third
it,
place.
well, sorry you can't unsee it.
As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1.
Come on, Ryan. Wake up. Oberg at the top. That's what Jerry walking to the next hole. He told Ryan, do you want to win or do you want to lose? Wake up. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Locked in. Sunday Red is on today. We are not playing like we're wearing Sunday Red. You know, we got to play like Prime Tiger in the Sunday Red. We just have to. We hit a great shot in round number 1 on this. So this is another tournament. We have the pin location glitch to where we play the same pin in both rounds. Really frustrating glitch, but we won't. It's technically fixed, but it's only fixed for your next season.
Trying to get it to move
Which
a little
doesn't
bit to
help
the left
us in
here.
this season, right?
That was a beauty.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Rich.
Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt.
We got to buy one here. We have not been able to buy a putt. 11 feet, working its way steadily from right to left. I'm going to play it about a foot outside, get my normal read. We're going to take some break off of it because I keep over-reading. I feel the virtual athlete Ryan Gamer there. You saw him shaking his head. And yeah, I feel you. Thought it was a good read.
Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert?
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
Ooh, bold play here.
Got to
Going
get
with
one
the
back
chief
here.
off the tee.
Long par 5, only the biggest hitters in the game have any hope of reaching it. Most players electing to play it as a 3-shotter. The layup area does get a little interesting. Either you lay it up well back or you challenge the layup into a narrow little area bisected by 2 bunkers. If you do that, it definitely then becomes a birdie opportunity.
All right, Rich, let's
This
do
is
it.
his second shot.
I mean, we landed it in this bunker last time going for this. We just need to look at giving her... We can't get there in 2. We found that out in the first round. We got to put ourselves a normal approach, like a perfect approach. So 4-iron. Hit it a bit shallow. That's it. That's all we need. Something that's going to give us about 90 yards, 100 yards, even like 105 would be fine. Just give us a perfect approach here. Or choked approach.
Currently -5.
Yeah, this is perfect. Uphill 11 feet. We have a backboard to use here. 11 mile per hour wind blowing from left to right. So I'm going to draw this just a touch. Going to hit a approach 56-degree wedge. Draw it just a touch. Going to come off to the left as well.
Trying to work a little draw into this flag.
I wanted a bit more draw than that. That's still really good, though. But the putter's got to wake up.
Putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
What
7
an opportunity
feet.
to make a birdie.
Downhill 1 inch. Pretty big break from right to left. It is about time. Listen to the fans. The fans are fired up for Ryan Gamer. Come on. We're back to even on the day.
One off the lead after that hole.
And 1 off the leaders. I tell you, this course is tough. When you play it on very fast greens, it's really tough. I imagine it's tough on any settings, but
this
feels like an impossible challenge round
down the left-hand
if the wind was
side
up.
as best you can to avoid being blocked out by some large trees down the right. From there, slightly downhill for your second shot to a green
What a
that's
drive.
protected
Look at that
by
ball
water
striking,
and bunkers
everybody.
everywhere.
Perfect, perfect,
Wow, what
perfect,
a swing right
perfect.
there.
Quad perfect, I could have just said, right? Really wanted to emphasize the perfect. $80 yards. Uphill 3 feet. 9 mile an hour wind. We do not want to miss left. That's a nightmare putt. You don't want to miss in the sand either. This is really tough. So if we don't want to miss, don't miss. Swing path.
Yeah, right-hand side of the green.
Kind of got lucky.
Looking to get up and down from here.
I'm putting this. We're on the fringe. We could chip it, but I think putting is much simpler here, especially on that downslope. Come on. Break, break, break!
This putt from 5 feet away.
This for par.
You know, that's been the story of the week, and it just shows sometimes the putter's on. Look at last week. Putter was on to an insane level. This week, it's cold as ice.
Here's a look at the way things stand. Our featured player is in a tie for second.
We're off 2. We're still in this. We just have to hit it closer.
Over to number
right?
8.
Like,
It's a par 3.
we can't putt.
Massive
We got to hit
gaping
it closer.
bunker down the right-hand side, and just a small little pot bunker there on the left. Again, raised green. Not much to it.
I'm
It
sending
does
it.
tilt pretty good from back to front. Front hole locations awfully challenging.
I hit it a bit shallow. Getting some more forward roll up that slope.
Yeah, that was great
Perfection.
wind management there.
So yeah, I moved the right stick
8
up
feet
a little
left to the
bit. I
cup.
wanted to get more bounce, more roll, less spin. And come on. Okay, let's think back to Legend of Bagger Vance, right? When Bagger Vance tells Captain Juna, enter the field, right? Close your eyes. Into the field. Okay.
Oh, so close to a birdie. The par putt.
Well, we entered the field all right, just not the right one.
Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par.
I tell you, this is when golf
Here's a
can be the
quick
most
look at how
painful
things
sport
stand.
in
It's
rounds
a
like this.
three-shot
We're
advantage
not
for our
playing
leader.
bad. We're putting bad. Okay. Come on. It's all right. Hey, plenty of golf left. Come on. We have to score here. That's a great drive. We're going right for this. We're probably going to have to fade it a bit.
That's a really nice shot.
We can do this. Positive self-talk, right? We're the best putter in the world. Let's just keep
No,
telling ourselves
Andrew,
that.
I think he's going to go for this one.
Henny knows. You better believe it, Henny. Draw it just a touch against that wind. And Henny, I'm going right for it. It's going to come off the left, off the side slope. Got to take that into account.
Opting to lay up on this one.
Well, yeah, let's go with that. It was a bad layup. Swing path. Look at Ryan, look over at Jerry. Like, I just don't know, Jerry.
Right now, it's 6 under par.
I just don't know. I just don't know either, to be honest, so. Okay, come on. Let's make this. Got to get this in for birdie, right? Well, this is eagle, right? But got to get it close for birdie. 36 feet, uphill 3. Going to hit a normal 6-degree wedge pitch shot. You can see the ball is basically buried right now. Going to get a lot of roll out of this. Very well done. Wow. Still, I mean, I knew we'd get a lot of roll, but was I expecting that much? No, I wasn't.
Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down.
Okay, this is going to be the round where we make this for birdie. We finish 1 under on the front, and we dominate on the back.
That just missed.
That was either going to
Here's the
make
par
or be
putt.
well beyond the hole, right?
All right,
There's no
Henny
way
is
you're going to
with
get
this
that
group.
closer.
Henny, what do you see?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Come on. Come on. Got this.
A big breaking putt. This has started perfectly.
Well, that one was a bit firm.
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
Well, that story I told you, remember that time when we... Well, remember that time when we got a bogey instead of a birdie, and we came back and won the tournament.
And
Stay
after
tuned.
that hole, he is slipping in the standings.
Oberg at 11. I mean... Okay.
Time for the tee shot
over.
on this par
Let's
4
birdie out.
hole.
Premium on accuracy here off the tee. Dotted bunkers down the left, larger ones down the right. And for the first time, we don't have any hazards around this green. But don't let that fool you. Look at that green. It looks like the hood of my 71 Super Beetle.
Wow, it looks like the hood of his 71 Super Beetle. All right. Very specific description there, Rich. 125 uphill 13 feet into a 10-mile-an-hour cross headwind. We've got to birdie this, and we got to birdie a lot. I understand this is one of those rounds where the putts start dropping. We have to make up for it in other ways, which we have not done. Let's do it right now. I always say this. You have heard me talk about this in this entire career mode. When you're on, you're on. When you're not, you're not. This example of not being on. And, you know, sometimes the putts drop. Look at last week. The putts have not dropped today. Doesn't mean we're out of it, because we're not. But we got to start making some putts. That's a good strike. Come back, come back, come back.
That's a golf
come
clap
back.
right there. Well done.
Thank you, Andrew. Just lovely. Okay. We better be right next to the hole, right? You better believe Jerry's going to give Ryan a lot of input
And a birdie putt on
for the rest of these putts. Straight in.
That goes in for birdie, and that's exactly what our featured player needed coming off bogey on the last
Jerry
hole.
giving Ryan a pat on the back saying, you got this. Come on.
And a good job there as he moves to 6 under par.
Yeah, we're
Always
back
like
where
to
we started
see
the day.
your name moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
We need O-Bird to par out.
Time to tee off on the 11th.
Look at Ryan Gamer spending some extra time talking to Jerry here. We laid up the last time on this. I can guarantee you one thing. We're not laying up now. I can't guarantee it's not going in the water, but I'm not laying up. Gonna do a little loft. Steeper angle of attack as well. Bait it right into the wind and trust her swing.
Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad.
Luke, exactly. Harness the birdies, they're good. Block the bogeys, they're bad. Look at this. I love 202 green speeds. Sometimes. I don't love them when I'm on them, but I like hitting into them sometimes.
Good the whole way.
That would be back-to-back birdies for
Look at Ryan say, Jerry, thank you for handing me that 2-iron. Come on. And Jerry said, you got to make the putt. And Ryan
This
waves.
about 7 feet to the
Clearly
hole.
he misunderstood that,
guys,
right?
This for 2 birdies in a row.
Why are you waving, Ryan? I just want you to make the putt. Okay, wake up. 7 feet. Downhill 1 inch. This is not the time for live stories. Yes!
And now -7 for the event.
Barely.
What?
A millimeter.
Closer to that top
Oberg,
spot
a
on the
double
leaderboard.
bogey.
Things are definitely heating up.
Here we are on the 12th, a par 5.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot.
We got
for your
ourselves a
up and down
golf
birdie.
tournament. I can tell you one thing. If we played like this last week, we would have lost the
Well played,
Legends
mate.
Championship by 20 strokes.
Second shot here on the 12th.
No, we wouldn't have, but we're not playing that bad. But everybody's struggling here. I mean, this course is insane. It's amazing. This is a perfect course, and wow, is it tough. I'm going driver off the deck. Better believe it.
Oh, I love this person's confidence and courage. Driver off the deck here.
Wow, that just died. Clearly, I misread
Pretty
that
good shot there.
In the fairway, though.
Sitting at -7.
Huh. Hold on. I know all of y'all are shaking your head no. I know. I know you are. I can't do it. The tie spinner is basically useless after the Season 2 update. There's a few scenarios for it, and this would be it. But I'm not willing to do it right now with the tournament on the line. We're going to flop it. That's all we needed. That's a safe shot, as John would say.
Just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie.
Wait a second. No, that looks like it's left to right. Look at the feet. I wish this game gave you the degrees that your feet are above or below the ball. This looks like it's a ghost break again. The only way you can really tell is if you can move to the bottom. Wow. No, so that's right to left. That is right. Yeah, that's right to left. Because if you see the bottom, how you do this, see the bottom of the screen, see how that left grid line is smaller than the right grid line? When we meet the left, like, it's hard to describe. But when we get to the left grid line, the left part, look at the right part. The right part is more space between it, right? So that means it's breaking right to left. Now, I bet if we would have looked at that one earlier, it would have been the opposite. So not trying to overcomplicate it, but that's the same thing as well. It's hard to see the grid lines in this game, though, compared to the last game. It's much harder to do, but that would confirm it is right to left.
Nice one.
You don't see me do that too often, but Ryan Gamer was crawling across the greens here.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Yeah, this course is insane.
13th hole is a par 4.
We can't get it there in 2. Don't even try. I mean, sorry, we can't get it there in 1. We can get it there in 2, but no shot a driver gets even close. If we're a powerhouse, yeah, definitely. You know, that line was not as safe as I anticipated. We're in the fairway, though.
Second shot here. Currently a shot off the lead.
I'll be honest, I was trying to play that much safer than that. We're not going to putt this. Yeah, pull out that Texas wedge, right? Yeah, a little loft. Steeper angle of attack here, and aiming at about 75. Want it to hit, bounce, and stop.
Look at the line on this one.
Carried it too far, the overswing. Everything else was good. The overswing crushed it, and it's gone, right? We're on the dance floor, but...
Yeah, that was a safe play.
Ryan forgot his dancing shoes this week, clearly.
Share of top
we left him at Lone Grove Golf Course, right?
John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, guys, he's got about 22 feet to the
You know,
top.
it's so interesting. When you're making putts, the hole seems much bigger, right? When you're missing putts, that hole looks like it's just tiny. So, like, it's hard to gain the confidence back, right? But here we go. Let's enter the field again. Into the zone. Okay.
The start of this one out on a pretty good line.
Get in.
This one.
Come on.
Oh, you beauty.
That's a tie. Let's fight. Do you want to win or do you want to lose, YouTube? 9 under to 9 under.
All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th.
Okay, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is all we have left. Oberg is playing ahead of us, right? So we're going to have an extra hole. Not an extra hole, but we're going to know where he finishes before we play the 18th.
Now, great rhythm on that swing.
Beautiful. We can do this. You got to believe, right? Look at the focus. Look at Ryan's on Ryan's face. You can see it in his walk. He's ready.
Wind coming right into his face.
It's a par 4. Okay, so basically we're going to land this right here on that slope and funnel it all the way down. Do that. Going to aim it about 223 into this wind. Or just go right at it. That works too. I didn't play the side slope. I know some of you are pointing that out. I did not take into account the side slope, and you saw it go off to the left right away because the ball is above the feet.
Amazing shot.
Ryan and Jerry are in sync right now. Fist pumps, high fives, waving at fans. You love to see it.
10 under par. And he's down there. You got a read?
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
And he's right. Into the zone.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
Good try.
And
what did
down
Oberg
it
do?
goes. Let's head to the next. That's 9 under par for the event.
9 under to 9 under. Tom Kilm is 8 under.
We've hit the par 4 15th hole.
Wow, I'm nervous. There's nothing like it. This is why I always say career modes are the best, because like I just don't get this feeling in any other gaming moments, but like when I'm in a career mode, a season we're invested in, you have this battle. It is absolutely electric. The nerves you hit, I feel immersed into this career mode and all the career modes I play, and it's just fantastic. Wow, I love career. Come on. Get lucky.
This is looking really nice off the tee.
Thank you, Andrew. Andrew knew we were going to get a good kick there, and it was close. A little too close. Got a great hop, though.
9 under for the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, approach 8-iron is the way. I'm going to draw it just a touch. Not really a draw. Just getting rid of the fade. One time. Come back. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Beautiful
That is going to
shot.
be a tough putt,
Really
though.
managed that well in the wind.
8 feet to the cup.
I tell you, these are the ones that are just nightmares. You know, when this is for par, it's more of a nightmare, but still, we got to make this. 8 feet, downhill 2 inches, not many more birdie opportunities left.
Right on line, but just misses. A chance here for par.
You hate missing it low side, right? Like we did there.
That one drops, and our featured
I tell
player
you,
is at 9
these
under
are some of the
par with
toughest
just a
greens we
few
faced
holes
this
left
year.
to play.
Definitely the
All right,
toughest
folks, get
was
ready. This should
probably
be fun.
TPC San Antonio.
As we head to the
This
next
is probably
hole,
number
our
2.
featured player is currently tied for first.
Three-way tie. Tom
Out
Kilm
of
is up
16,
there.
it's a par
Oberg at the
3.
top. Ryan Gamer at the top. Oh, boy. Oh, my. Okay, we have a blowout tournament last week. This week, we have the opposite. What a battle. Wow. Okay. Draw it a bit. Into the wind. Wind take it.
This is a 9-iron on the way.
Not perfect, but really good. We're going to be on the fringe.
Here's the second at 16.
Definitely putting this. Going to have a hard time stopping it on a chip.
Giving this one ample room out to the right.
Wow, that had no chance.
A
Not
millimeter.
a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Look at Ryan, look over at Jerry. Look at the fans as well. Gave them both a look and just like in awe. I thought that was
Okay,
perfect
moving
read.
on to the next.
Tom
While we
Kilm
have
gets
a
a
moment,
birdie.
we take a look at the leaderboard, and Tom Kim is out in front. The tee shot at 17.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
I was going for it,
I don't know if this
but
one's going to hang
good
on.
thing we missed on an open club face, right? If that was closed, it was gone. Be in the light rough, thank you.
Oh, it just barely snuck into the first
How nervous
cut.
were you all? You could be honest.
Moving
How
on
nervous?
up, we've got a story brewing here.
Yes, we do. This player's just outside the top 5 looking for more.
That's right. All right. We can make this. Gotta flop it down that slope. Gonna come off to the left. That's it. Wow, you just can't stop that.
Got to get this home in 2.
Okay. This is when I wish you could remove the pin when you're on the fringe. One time. Get in!
Just off the green, and it goes. Oh, I want to see that one again. Let's show a replay.
Okay, everything's fine, everybody. Act like you've been there before.
As we move on to the next hole, we want to show you that Tom Kim's lead is 1 on the field.
All right, Tom. Oberg finishes 9 under. Tom gets a birdie on the 18th. Back-to-back birdies.
18, a par 5.
A birdie
going to
sends us to extra
you
holes.
better be sure about what you are
better
doing.
draw
a long
this right.
par 5. Most of the players, just a 3-shotter. You want to lay up into a very narrow area right there. But
That's it.
The 3rd shot, though, to a pretty inviting green, it must be said. But accuracy, as always, distance control, as always, imperative.
Oh, I can hear the golf claps around
what do we
the
do?
course.
This is the tough decision
About
we have to make.
220 left to the hole.
Right
Wind is
here.
blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
We got to give ourselves the easiest birdie chance, right? On a beautiful finishing golf hole. One of my favorites on this course. But, like, how much to the front of the green? 213. This would give us, like, a 60-degree pitch. There's really no great range here. I tell you, what a course. You don't want to miss long because the putt you have there is a nightmare. But it's not like the shot here into that green is any easier. Like, let's be honest. And laying up here, you're likely in the water. So every option's bad, right? So every option is not bad. Every option is dangerous. So I think with that being said, we've got to attack. Do we? What are the odds of me hitting this fairway? Probably pretty low, but if we miss the fairway and even land in the sand, it's not the worst case scenario. The easiest fairway to hit would be laying back up here. That's crazy. Yeah, no, it's not, actually. That's not crazy. It would give us a pretty good look at the green, but the odds of us hitting it in the water are still the same on the approach shot. So why not go ahead and approach the water when you're going to have it on every single shot? The shot's never going to be easy, right? No matter what way you look at it here, you're never going to have an easy shot. Never. So we're going to draw this into the wind. It's going to come off to the right. We're going to draw it, and please hope it goes right. One time.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
I bet you there's a lot of balls in that water.
Give us a good drop. Give us a lucky drop.
Well, it's boom
Yes.
or bust right here. A chip.
I just kept
to
hitting
force
A.
playoff.
Hindsight's 20/20. I still think that's not a bad decision. We hit the same shot in the last round. The water's in play every shot, and I understand if we do lay it up to the left, we have a 115 shot or even a 60 shot if we get it more aggressive. Yeah, the other shot's probably a little bit easier into this green, but I don't know. I was feeling 2-iron, and the ball is buried right now. Okay, let's ship this in. Force the sudden death playoff.
Wow, I thought that was in.
I mean, obviously it's tough. We had to hit it. The ball was buried. We had to send it, right? We were just hoping to get lucky there.
This has to drop to save par.
Hindsight's 20/20, right? Look, we would have never had an easy putt on this green, no matter what it was. This was a tough birdie. I cannot believe Tom Kim got a birdie here. Good par, second place. What a back nine, though. What a battle. Look at that comeback. We lost, but it was a comeback. Well, we started with the lead, right? Don't think that's considered a comeback.
Effort, but the comeback comes up short.
Congrats to Tom Kim.
Impressive. From the very opening tee shot, this player was focusing on making birdies early and often. Unfortunately, not able to make enough today to get the victory. Still a lot of fun to watch.
That was a lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to play. What a battle. Hey, we got a tournament this week, everybody. Congrats to Tom Kim. Got the win there, 11 under. Got a birdie on the 18th and the 17th. A great finish there for Tom Kim. 6 under on the day. We shot a 4 under on the day and fought for every bit of that. Oberg shot a 3 under on the day. I mean, you can see the AI. Like, that was insanely tough. Wow. That course is amazing. Amazing, and what a performance by Tom Kim. You know, that 2-iron decision was a decision that you got to live with. You know, what do I always say? Hindsight's 20/20. A lot of people say that, but backseat gaming is 10/20, right? It's much easier to see, and backseat caddying, right? That was actually a comment I got on my channel many years ago. Somebody said, don't forget, Ryan. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, like you always say, but backseat gaming is like 15/15, I think they said. So like better than 20/20. Like, it's easy to see it from an outside perspective, and it is. When you're in the moment, you have to birdie. You got to make tough decisions. Sometimes it's the wrong one. It's hard to say that's a wrong decision, right? Here's the thing. It was a bad strike. Did not execute the shot. That shot was set up to be perfect. Just like every shot, you try to set up to be perfect. But what did I not take into account there? Course management. If I lay up, if I miss, worst case scenario, we're in the rough for send. If I go with the 2-iron, worst case scenario, we're in the water, having to chip in for birdie. We gave it a good run on that chip in, I will say that. But there's just no way. In a buried lie there, you have to hit it up out of the rough, and we had to send it to even get it up out of the rough onto the green to even have a shot. That's almost an impossible chip shot, and we fought. What a tough loss. You know, it was a battle this week. What a golf course there. Emery Beach Club, designed by the legend B101. I'm glad they put this in the career mode. It is phenomenal. I mean, you all saw how well it plays and just how tough this course is. This feels like a major championship. Honestly, this should be the major championship course from the week before, because that course I always dominate on there at Lone Grove. I mean, I feel like it's the easiest course in the career mode. But wow, this one is not easy at all, especially when you play it on 202 green speeds. We did win the rivalry this week. I'm heartbroken, everybody. But you know, hey, we fought, we got second. We're going to have 3 skill points to spend, which is nice. But you know, you want to win. We all play to win, right? You don't play to lose. But if you're willing to play to win, you got to be willing to accept a loss. And I'm willing to accept the loss. You know, I understand we did not have it this week. The putter was not good. We just have to say it like it is. Putting was the worst it's been, I think, all year. Ever since the Season 2 update, right after it, the Players' Championship, Round 3 and 4, I believe that was when that update dropped. My putter got really cold. But this is the worst it's been after I got really into a groove for about a couple weeks. At Lone Grove last week, it was perfection, but those greens were way too easy last week. Like, I think we can all agree that the greens at Lone Grove Golf Club are too easy. But here, oh my, it is a step up. I don't care if you're 3 feet, you're going to have a tough putt. Tom Kim, 11 under. Ryan Gamer, 10 under. Oberg, 9 under. Xander Schauffele there at 4th place, 5 under par. What a battle. We just didn't have it. We just did not have it fully. We'll take a look at the scorecard here because we had an epic comeback. An epic comeback that led to a loss, but whoever caught in that birdie train, thank you. 1 over on the front. It was looking like we were going to lose. I mean, you can look at all those mistakes. Look at number 1. Really bad golf. Number 9. Even worse golf on that par 5. But we left it in the past. We focused on the future. Birdie, 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 birdie to put us back in the tournament. Par City for the next 3 holes. Birdie on 17. And then we saw Tom Kim get a birdie on 18. We knew what we had to do. We took a risk. It would have been, you know, if it works out, it's probably an automatic birdie. I don't think there is an automatic birdie on that hole. It's a genius par 5. Wow. Painful par 5 too. But 67, not bad. What a week this was. What a tournament. That was just so much fun. Every bit of that was a blast. Even the painful misses, right? That's what golf is all about. It's not always going to be simple. A lot of time, it's never simple actually, but it felt simple last week. We were just on. This week, the putter was not on, and I say that all the time. You're going to have outliers in tournaments. We were the outlier last week. Like, sometimes you just are going to be firing on all cylinders. We were missing a thing last week. This week, different story. So it happens. That's golf, and that is the beauty of this video game, in my opinion. Fairways and regulation, 76%. Not great. Better than round 1, right? But look, the problem was greens. So we hit more fairways and less greens. Look at round number 1. We hit 69 fairways, I think. Yeah, and 88 greens. That is rough right there. You can't birdie when you miss greens, and it makes it really hard to par as well. Proximity to hole dropped from 21 to 25, and putting was just rough. It was just rough, right? You hate to see it. Birdie conversion not as high. We gave ourselves 12 birdie putts though, but yeah, those greens are insane, and the putter was off. That not only the putter was off, the green reading was off. I was not reading those greens good this week on 202 green speeds. You can tell I don't play that green speed too often. You just don't see it too often, right? And yeah, it showed today. 6 birdies, 10 pars, 2 bogeys. I basically only play those green speeds in the Impossible Challenge rounds on the channel on Fridays, and that's about the only time I played 202 green speeds, thankfully. But yeah, let's see what we have next, everybody. Norwood Invitational. What a tournament. Congrats to Tom Kim. What a battle that was, and we had a shot. We fell short, but you know, we didn't lose it on the last hole. We lost it on the front 9, right? It's important to point that out. That tournament was not lost on the back and on that final hole par. No, it was lost on the front 9. No, we don't have to do interviews anymore, Troy. We already have the number of fans that we need. 12.5 million. Oh, now look, 13.9 million. The interviews don't matter anymore. So Ryan's electing to not address the media after that tournament, right? That would have been a perfect time for the Bogey Bulletin Busters to say, well, Ryan, if you were stranded on a deserted island, who would you want to be just stranded with, right? Oh, my. Okay. TPC Louisiana, everybody. We're going to Louisiana here in the Zurich Classic. We got to come ready to play, though. That's a rough loss. We're still number 1 in the FedEx Cup. As we take a look at the standings here, let's see where everybody stands. Mostly just the top 10 I'm worried about right now. Look at this. We've had 8 wins. That's insane. But Ryan Gamer, number 1. Oberg, Tommy Fleetwood, Tom Kim, Sepp Straka, Xander Schauffele, Carson Young, Adam Hadwin, Colin Morikawa, and Rose Zhang there. Well, we came in second, right? So we're going to keep the difficulty at 91%. Exactly where we were. Honestly, it seemed like the perfect difficulty there for that golf course. We'll see. TPC Louisiana is a tough one as well. So it'll be interesting to see how the AI plays there. Okay. What do we want to improve? We have 3 skill points to spin since we did come in second place, right? So I believe it's 3. 4 for first place, 3 for second, 2 for top 10, and 1 for top 25. So what do we need to improve? That's a good question. I feel like the answer is pretty easy. That's putt rhythm and putt weight. Actually, more so putt rhythm. Let's go all putt rhythm. Putt path's not really a problem, but putt rhythm is a big problem. Putt contact was a big problem this week too, so we could do 2 in putt rhythm and 1 in putt contact. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it, because our putt contact was all over the place. It was really bad. Like, we have to be honest about it. Okay. We have 15 skill points left. Our final 15 skill points to spend. We did not pull out the power drive once, did we? We did not. We didn't pull out the stinger shot, but we didn't really need to. So I think we upgrade the power shot. We're going to spin 8 there. And I need to respec these, but I'm not spending 500 VC to respec. That's so much VC. That's enough to spend 3 skill points, right? Yeah, well, it's 525, right? I'm not going to respec. We may respec later on. I understand we have skill points and skill types. We don't use the super flop. Don't use the pick shot. So those are just wasted skill points, right? And I realize that, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to spend 500 VC. That's a lot. That's a lot of VC. That's a lot of rounds of golf, right? Okay, but next up, the Zurich Classic at TPC Louisiana. We got to come back ready to play. We're going to go out there and get a win next week. Let's choose our rival. Who do we got? Brooke Henderson or Max Homa? Brooke Henderson is 33 in the FedEx Cup. Let's go after Brooke Henderson and then Max Homa in the tournament after that. And if y'all got some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more, and there is plenty more content for you to tune into here on the Gamer Ability YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next one, and as always, have a fantastic day, everybody.